started off when I was a young kid. The opioid epidemic. Both of my parents, they had good paying jobs, but my mother became a homeless drug addict, and then my father soon, shortly he like followed after. And so, I was homeless when I was, a really young kid. I was like, 6 years old. But I was living homeless with my mother for a couple of years. So I was about 9 years old. I got taken away by the state. And the state was looking where to place me, or whether they were going to put me in a foster home, or where they were going to place me. They ended up placing me with my step grandmother. She wasn't a very great person, so she kind of had me for like the money aspect of it from the state. She gets payments and all that. I ended up running away when I was 15 years old because it was a horrible environment that I was living in. I was homeless. I ended up, committing crimes, trying to get money. I ended up in youth detention by the time I was 16 years old. I did 6 months. I got out to a youth homeless shelter when I was 16 years old. And 2 months after I got out of juvie, I ended up getting my a high set. So it's like a GED equivalent. So I ended up going to college by the time I was 17 for criminal justice. And I did about a semester in that. And I realized that I'm going to have a lot of debt by the time I get anywhere in this. And it's just I couldn't really afford the cost of that whole thing. So I was like, oh, I can't really do that. So I ended up going to trade school. I signed up for Job Corps is what it's called. I applied, and I came down to South Florida, specifically Miami, because I wanted to do cybersecurity. And by the time I came down here, I was homeless. I was out on the streets. I got contacted with Lynn, who works for Changing Lives, and she helped me get off the streets immediately. And then she kept calling the school, doing all of her work. She does amazing work. Anyway, she ended up getting me in within 2 weeks just by calling them nonstop. And they had opened a slot and let me in. And then I had been in school for the past 6 months, 6 or 7 months now. And I have a couple certifications in cybersecurity. And now I'm going off to advanced training.